Hello. There are 34 different elements, including solo, with 5 different attacks each, which makes up to 170 attacks. It was really hard to pick the actual 10 best attacks, so please consider subscribing and leave a comment if you want to see the best 5 attacks. Important information before I start this video. There is surprisingly not a single attack from solo in here, because the attacks that really deal a lot of damage to a player and are really useful from solo need 500 mana, and it's way too much. These attacks are all about easy using, stunning a player, dealing great amount of damage, useful in multiple scenarios against multiple enemies, and doesn't need that much mana. I divided the spells in primary attacks, secondary attacks, and other spells, starting with Poison Needles. This spell is cheap since grass only costs 150 diamonds. The attack stuns a player when hit, which makes it easier to hit more projectiles. This works the same with Rainbowifier Maximizer from Spectrum. The only difference is that Spectrum costs more, since you need light and crystal, and the attack heals you a little. Ace Up the Sleeve from Illusion has always been a good spell, since not only the incredible damage of 4 times 99 weaknesses to player, but also the movement is the reversed. It's like you're throwing Uno reverse cards at the player. If you want to beat Ring and fly above your opponent or fly away from them while dealing much damage, this is the right attack for you. Dealing up to 440 damage to an opponent while flying away is very effective against multiple opponents. That's why it's one of my personal favorite attacks. Moving on to the secondaries, with a great Fire Blast from Fire that can deal more than 500 damage to a player and can be used to move around the battlefield, which is not easy because it's a glitch. This attack is very cheap since Fire only costs 150 diamonds, like grass. The secondary from Phoenix is very powerful because it's spread, which makes it almost impossible to escape. The damage reaches from 550 to 750 damage if you really deal a skilled hit to a player. Keep in mind, it's almost impossible to hit all bullets and deal a maximum damage of 750. I tried a lot, did a couple hundred tests with it, and I only managed to get the 750 damage once. So don't have too high expectations. The Black Hole Orb is definitely annoying because it drags players into it. The damage to 350 isn't insane at all, and the cost of diamonds to obtain space is high too. But the ability to drag players into a certain place is super useful for combos. Smash your opponents with a charged polar projection to deal up to 528 damage. This spell deals uncharged 330 damage. Of course, the cost of 1250 diamonds from Aurora is not low. Don't blame me for not putting Water Blast in here. I know it's powerful, chargeable, stuns a player, it's kinda like Black Hole. So, there are more attacks that need to be in this list. For example, there is a dash that deals 600 damage. The Flash Slash from Angel is of course hard to obtain because Angel is the second most expensive element in the game. The way how it works is you get one dash dealing 150 damage. If you hit a player in that dash, you get another one, so you can dash back into the player, and so on. You can do this up to 4 times. If you want to survive a dangerous combo or a most powerful ultimate attack in the entire game, you had to use Spiky Shield from Mother Nature. It stuns the players in reach, pushes them away, dealing a little bit amount of damage to them, but it mainly reduces the damage you take. This spell is a must-have if you have to fight against multiple enemies. Last but not least, we got another fire spell, Fire Buddy. Seems boring and no. Actually, you can't take any more fire damage, which is okay. You can deal more damage, which is great. You get a speed boost from dealing damage and players which try to heal. The best thing about this spell is damage boost. It's about 30%, although it's individually made from the game developers for each attack, so it isn't that overpowered. With that being said, you got a way to deal damage, stun a player, taking less damage, and enchanting yourself for dealing even more damage and taking less damage. If you want me to make a video how to completely destroy tryhards, players that have all elements, like me, as a beginner, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you on the video on the right side.